he's a musician as well, and he was in New Zealand. I don't know if anyone's ever been to New Zealand. I've never been to New Zealand, but I'm going to Australia soon to DJ. We're getting booked to DJ. And my friend was in New Zealand, and they were in schools a lot like this, and they did concerts though, and they were doing all these concerts and huge like party. Everyone's dancing. And this one girl, you know, and he thought she doesn't like the music. Oh, okay, cool. You don't like the music. But she was just like kind of staying up to herself, and finally he just stopped and said, you know, like, what's wrong? You know, what's the deal? And he could tell something was kind of messed up at the school or whatever. But then she came out to the end of week gig, and she was still kind of like that. And she had been the kind of girl who dressed kind of like in all black, and everybody kind of made fun of her. And I don't know if anybody understands the word bully. She was the new girl at school, and she got bullied. And in fact, it's so bad now with bullying, sometimes it gets online, right? Like on Facebook and Twitter and all that kind of stuff. And she was getting all these posts, like, you shouldn't even be here at this school. It'd be better off if you weren't around. It'd be better off if you were dead, all this stuff. And she's just like, what am I supposed to do? So she was completely depressed. I don't know what you said.
You block them.
Yeah, I know that's what we should do. Sometimes people have a harder time to you talking about blocking on Facebook and stuff? Yeah, I don't know, but she was getting bullied. Yeah, but you're right, you could just block her. But it still doesn't feel good, you know, even if you know that's going on. And bottom line is, she came to the concert, and she finally talked to my friend and said, look, I came to this concert and I was going to end it all. And she pulled out like all kinds of razor blades, and she pulled out all kinds of pills, because that was her night, and she said she was going to jump off the roller coaster. But she found hope that night. She found hope that it wasn't all over. She found hope that there was a choice. The same choice we're telling you. You have a choice, and the choice is to what? Never give up. And where am I going with this? Well, if you see here, Transform DJs, we named ourselves Transform DJs for a reason. Because we don't want to just have a party and everyone's smiling and then they go home and they cut themselves. We don't want to just have a party where everyone thinks, yeah, I'm such a good DJ, and then they go home and they're the same. Our whole point is we want to help people be transformed by the renewing of their mind, transform their life to the point where maybe they're on the cliff, maybe they want to give up and jump off the roller coaster, but they're saying, I'm going to be transformed because I recognize that there's hope. I recognize that I can be different now. I can block them. I can make a choice, because life means so much more than what other people say. And so, everybody put your hands up. Say this. Say, I have a choice.
I have a choice.
To never give up.
To never give up.
And one last thing, say respect.
Respect.
Everybody's different. I don't want to talk too long. I won't go into this, but everyone's different. And sometimes people stereotype people. They say, oh, there's a DJ, but he's 37, so he's really old. Oh, that guy dresses in all black, he's a goth. He's like, oh, he must be just weird. Or, oh, that guy likes too much dance music, or he like whatever. Or he just, all he cares about is sports, but he's stupid. You know, people stereotype people, and they begin to like bash them with their lips, with their mouth. They begin to like tear them down. And so we're DJs, and our job as DJs is to get a party going. Our job is to like make everybody move and dance. But you guys, I don't know if you realize this, in your life, you might not stand behind the decks like this, but you kind of are like DJs. And just like we pick songs to play that people are like, yeah, that's awesome, yeah. Or we pick songs and everyone's like, ugh, what's he playing? You know, your words are like the songs you pick. So you're like the DJ, but what comes out of your mouth is like the song. And if you tear people down and you're not respecting people and you're one of those bullies, what you're doing is you're like killing the party. But if you lift people up and you show them that there's hope and you're different and you say, I have a choice to respect, I have a choice to never give up, I have a choice to never put people down, then you are being transformed. You are being different. So, with that, can you just play this song? You guys know Swedish House Mafia?
Yeah.
Okay, bear with me.